Hello everyone and welcome to our lesson for Adobe XD for UI UX. And for this lesson, we will be going with the interface on how you can maneuver throughout the entire workspace and interface of Adobe XD. So without wasting any time, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see here, you have, once you open up Adobe XD, this window will come up. Now, in this window, you have several segments of where you can go to. So on the top right here, let's start with the starter plan over here. So it basically means whatever plan that you pick on Adobe XD, once you download and install it, it will give you a 7-day trial. So that's the starter plan over here. You can go ahead and subscribe to them for whatever plans they have to have more utilities and tools available to you, and more premium things available to you. On the left side here, you have the new file, you have the open. If you were to click on open, a window will pop up, and wherever you have saved any kind of document or any kind of project, you can go ahead, browse through that file explorer, and then you can open that project. You have the home button here where you have everything, and this is the home. You have the learn over here. So if I were to click on that, a web browser will open up showing you what to do with Adobe XD. Then you have your files, shared with you, manage links, and deleted, where you can see any kind of project that you have which you have deleted. Now in the center here, you have the start new document for, let's say, an iPhone. As you can see, 430 in times 932 pixels. Same for web, Instagram story, or custom size, where you can set the custom width and custom height of whatever file that you want to create with. So let's go ahead and get started with new file over here. So once I click on new file, you will have this window pop up. On the top left here, you have the file, edit, object, plugins, view, window, and help. So under the file here, you can create a new project file. Let me go ahead and first delete this. Then you have the open for opening up, then open from your computer, then open recent, where you can find your recent work. Then you have get UI kits. So if you were to click on this, a browser will pop up and you can have a lot of kits from that browser selection that you can download. There are a couple of free UI kits. There are a couple of limited free UI kits where you, in order to use more UI elements from those kits, you need to purchase a premium from that as well. And you have exclusive premium UI kits as well from that place, where you can buy and purchase any kind of UI kit and then use them. If you were to click on manage libraries over here, it will basically open up your library link here, anything that you save here in your library, like for example, current file. As you can see, we have the current file over here. Then under browse here, you will have the Adobe Creative Cloud open up, and then you can browse their website for more things that you can add in your library. Then you can close your file if you want to, your project. You can save your project. You can save your project as different forms of files, but that is mostly for exporting. Then you have the specific export over here for batch, selected, or all artboards or After Effects, where you can export your project here to After Effects and edit it further. And you can also import as well. Then under edit here, anything that you have, like for example, cut, copy. If I were to create anything, any object, and then I can use these options over here as well. You can select all, deselect all. You have the color profile here. You have the preferences here as well. Under the object, you will also have a lot of tools and utilities here that you can use in case for objects. Then you have plugins. So you have browse plugins, manage plugins, and development as well. So you can create a plugin. You can also get some developer tools. You can reload your plugins, which is like the legacy or the default one. You have the developer console as well, and show desktop folder as well. Underneath the view here, as you can see, layers is selected. So the layers over here are selected. If I were to select 100%, it will zoom into 100%. If we were to deselect layers over here, as you can see, the layers segment got deselected. So you'll have libraries over here. So libraries here, as you can see, it has been selected over here. If I were to click on, let's say, layers again, it will turn back to layers. You have plugins over here, so you can search plugins using the discover plugins, and anything that you download for plugins, they will pop up over here as well. You have the guides where you can put some guides in. Then you have a show layer grid, layout grid, and you have show square grid. Then you have hide live cursors as well. So if I were to select this, it will hide the live cursors. Then underneath window over here, you have the preview and you have the untitled segment over here. So if I were to click on preview, it will open up a preview over here, but that's under prototyping, and I'll teach you how you can do prototyping in a later lesson. Then underneath the help here, you have the Learn XD, you have the productivity tips, you have the user guide for how to use Adobe XD further. You have what's new, so you can all read the release notes and see what's new in Adobe XD. You can also provide a feedback to Adobe. You can also know about Adobe XD here. You can manage your account from here, and you can sign out from your account from here, and you can also check for any kind of updates from here. Now, we are under the design panel over here. You have the home panel where you can go, which we were before, when I clicked on create new file. And that's that window that you saw is the home, which is the button for this one. These are the tools at your disposal. This is the layers, this is the libraries, and at the bottom we have the plugins. So these are like some shortcuts. Instead of like going from up here, these are some shortcuts that have been given on the bottom left corner over here. You have the prototype over here, you have the share type over here. So if I were to click on share, I can create an artboard and share it while collaborating with a lot of other people. Here you have invite to document. You can invite other people to this document, and you can invite them to be, let's say, a collaborator, an editor, or just a viewer or a spectator. And here you have the device preview. So if I were to click on this, as you can see, to enable live device preview on iOS, download the latest version of iTunes and connect your device via USB. So it's for iPhones only, where you can like connect it to using the XD mobile app. To preview on Android, save your file as a cloud document and open it using the XD mobile app. Here you have the prototyping play option, the desktop preview, which, as I mentioned before, I'm going to go through upcoming lesson. And over here, the panel that you see where all these options are not available right now is your utilities for the tools or the selection for any kind of object. And this will all get activated once I create an object, and this will then select that object. Then this option panels here will open up for me to further edit upon that object. And that is basically it for all the interface and how you can move through this interface and use Adobe XD. That'll be all for this lesson, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.